Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts, along with meteorologist Ashley Civic, and we've got Kara Shirley in the house too.
Yes.
Kara is a lot of fun. If you're throwing a party, make sure you involve Kara. We're obviously here. Let me button up my shirt. Sorry, we're cranking out maps behind the scenes here at WLBT First Alert Weather, and then Ashley was like, "It's time. We gotta go." She was trying to be as polite as possible, and she didn't need to be because sometimes I need that little nudge. We're just working so hard behind the scenes. Got a lot going on.
Yes.
Want to tell you what's going on. Want to tell you how this is going to impact our weather. First off, couple things. The hurricane is now 230 miles away from Jackson. That's the latest on it. We've got the radar up on the screen there. There's a lot of light rain across our area. You're fine for the rest of this afternoon. It's going to be on and off light rain. Hardly any wind. In fact, we were looking at the winds just a short time ago. Some of the offshore oil rigs reporting 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I think 112 is what I saw a few minutes ago. So just east of the center, which is where we expect the worst weather. It's a Category 1 hurricane with 90-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Again, 230 miles southwest of Jackson. So it's still quite a distance away, but it's moving faster at 17 miles per hour.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Well, we're still tracking it. It's probably a couple hours away from making landfall, and it has picked up a little bit of steam. So I wouldn't be surprised by the later part of tonight. I would say close to around midnight or so. That's when we will start to see on the southern edge some of those impacts really affecting our most southern counties and continuing overnight and for the start to your Thursday.
And this is the last hurrah for this storm. It will either develop further over the next 3 hours or that's it, because it's going to be inland over the swamps of Louisiana within the next few hours. Before sunset, we expect it to make landfall. It's right now almost south of Morgan City, Louisiana. So why don't you show the forecast cone here?
Yes, so we are going to continue to see it over the next couple of hours closer to that Louisiana coastline. I would say, again, as we head into the overnight hours and eventually by around midnight into 1 o'clock, that's when our most southern counties will start to see I would say more like the center of that storm making impacts, but maybe closer to around 10 p.m. I'll backtrack a little bit. Around 10 p.m., that's when we'll start to see the winds really pick up, deteriorate, especially for our far most southern counties in Walthall, Pike, Emmett, Wilkinson County. That's where they'll start to see some of those impacts. Again, damaging wind gusts upwards of 39, even a little bit higher, especially in those locations, will be likely as they are under that tropical storm warning. And then continuing until around midnight, that's when that cone will start to continue to move further into central Mississippi as we head into Thursday morning.
So continue to show the cone here. By the way, clock's in the upper left-hand corner, excuse me. And you can see that we expect this to be in the metro area by 7 o'clock in the morning. And then continuing northward throughout the day. This will parallel almost I-55 all the way up, as you can see across the area. It's a narrow cone at this point. Could there be shifts to the east? Yeah, there could be. I've been kind of hinting about this the past couple of days. We've seen our westernmost counties taken out of the forecast cone, at least close to the Mississippi River. You may remember that Monday night when I was on TV, the forecast cone had this going right up the Mississippi River. So this is a significant change of about 50 miles or so. And there is an error rate of about 25 to 50 miles on a forecast cone this far in the future as well. So just so you know, be aware of that as well.
We also have some comments here on Facebook. Stephanie was asking, do you expect a lot of power outages around Madison Ridgeland area? I do think power outages will be possible, especially for areas that more than likely see power outages, even when we have thunderstorms move through across central Mississippi. But I would just make sure to have all your batteries charged, everything that you need, just in case the power does go out. I would say expect the worst or plan for the worst, but hope for the best.
What's going on, Kara? What you doing?
I'm fixing audio.
You're fixing audio? What's wrong with the audio?
It's just not very loud. So I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
You're too loud.
Do you? I'm too loud? Wow. Kara says I'm too loud. Wow.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. If I had a dime for every time someone told me that, wow. How about I talk lower and you yell? That's what we'll compensate. I'll talk lower and you just yell. Okay. Kara, why are you so afraid to be on the program with
Like
us?
being on
You have to see it.
camera.
She's crawling around. It's kind of concerning. Anyway.
So back to the tropics.
Mhm.
So I would say around 7 o'clock or so,
Mhm.
that's when we'll start to see more areas, seeing the light to moderate showers. And then between 7 and 9 o'clock, that's when we'll really start to notice the winds pick up, more rain falling. And that's when we'll start to see those conditions, especially in our far most southern counties, really pick up again right around 9-10 o'clock in the evening.
For those of you that are asking what time's the worst weather going to hit, this map is made just for you.
Yes. So again, starting around 10 o'clock or so, our most southern counties, that's when we'll start to see those deteriorating weather conditions. Again, gusty winds, the potential for spin up tornadoes will be possible with these storms. And then also, again, flash flooding will be possible. And this will continue to move further north by around 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when areas in Simpson, Copiah counties, again, off to the east of I-55 and just south of I-20, that's where you will start to see that eastern side of the storm move into your area. And then again, as we continue into the later part of your Thursday morning, we will continue to see things weaken as we see the storm move further inland. But again, we'll still be seeing the potential for 3 to 6 inches of rain and those gusty winds as well.
That's right. So at this point in time, again, to sum up pretty much what we're thinking, and we're sticking to the forecast here, that we expect occasional light rain for the rest of the afternoon and this evening with very little wind. Overnight tonight, things will really get cranking by about 9-10 o'clock or so and continue overnight through the morning commute. That's where the worst of the weather will hit, from about 10 a.m. to about, let's say, 7 a.m., maybe 8 a.m. if you want to just stretch it out. All right. 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's where the worst of the weather will be. The weather's going to be fine tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking at heavy rain tonight. Can't rule out a tornado, but heavy rain and wind. Winds are going to gust to 60 miles per hour. For our southwestern counties, they will be sustained at 39 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So damaging winds are definitely a possibility. A tropical storm watch is issued for the counties that you see in pink. That's for sustained, keyword, sustained winds of 39 miles per hour possible. In the red, that means they are expected sustained winds. Everywhere else out there in our area, we are expecting wind gusts to 39 miles per hour. What is so special about the number 39? That is what we consider tropical storm force winds. So keep that in mind. If you're not under a warning or a watch, you're probably expecting wind gusts in that category. And again, 10 p.m. through 8 a.m. 10 p.m. through 8 a.m. is when the worst of the weather is expected. We've put together this little wind graphic here. This shows you potential highest wind gusts, okay, for central and southwest Mississippi. And you can see there's not much going on this afternoon or early this evening. But after sunset, it will be a different story. The winds will start picking up very quickly. And again, that's when we expect the worst of the weather overnight tonight and through the morning tomorrow.
So before the couple of hours we have before things start to pick up, things I would suggest, again, make sure you have all of the necessities, to-go bag. If maybe you're in a mobile home or a trailer, I would suggesting taking shelter somewhere else, because this is going to be an overnight event. It's not just going to be a quick little storm that passes through. This is going to be lasting a couple of hours over the course of tonight. So I would maybe try to go to a friend's house, or shelters are open across central and southwest Mississippi. I would definitely suggest that. Also, make sure you have plenty of water, some snacks, those non-perishable items, and of course, make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts throughout the course of tonight, because this is going to be a late night event.
Yeah, Jazz Clark's just chimed in. She goes, "I'm not a nighttime person, neither are we,
No.
but we're going to be here, and we're going to be here throughout the night." Just to let you know what kind of coverage we're going to have, we are going to be having updates at the top of every hour through the night tonight. Okay, we will have extended coverage for you from 4 to 6:30 today on WLBT. We will add coverage as needed, so don't worry about this. I've also talked to the folks behind the scenes. Our newscast will be broadcast on the free First Alert weather app, as well as the WLBT News app for a lot of folks in case there are power failures overnight tonight. We are going to monitor the power failure situation. If power failures increase, we will increase our coverage and our presence. So I tell everybody this, now's the time to charge up your cell phones. Do it now. Okay. Batteries for flashlights or rechargeables, have them together now because it's going to be very important. Again, the worst of the weather coming after sunset tonight, and let's just say through about sunrise tomorrow, maybe a little bit thereafter, but I'd like to push it to about 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when we're going to be looking for the worst of it. We currently have a tornado watch for southeast Louisiana and the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. We are not expecting an outbreak of tornadoes here. Can't rule it out, though. Anytime you have a storm that's boring inland, okay, you've got a huge frictional element to the atmosphere. You are under a level 2 in Walthall County. Pike and the rest of southeastern or south central Mississippi, I should say, dealing with a level 1, which is a marginal low end threat. There could be some changes in this. And I will say this, even if you're not under any kind of severe threat on this map, please understand you could still see a potential tornado. Now, what areas are the best places? Well, I will tell you, if you're close to the Mississippi River, you're in the best shape in this entire scenario. I say it all the time. The west side is the best side. Sounds like it's something in a rap song, right?
Yeah.
But the west side is the best side. It is. The west side of a tropical system is the best side to be on, especially in this case, because we're going to have dry air kind of impinging on it the entire time. But if you're along the track or to the east, that's where the worst of the weather falls. Along the center line and to the east, that's where the most intense weather will be falling. And that right now encompasses most of central and southwest Mississippi. So keep that in mind. If you need an hour by hour forecast, we've got one for you on the free First Alert weather app. But again, it's going to be rough tonight from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's the core of when the worst weather will be moving in across our area. Anything else you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay. Again, to recap, 90 mile per hour sustained winds. There are currently wind gusts of 110 to 120 miles per hour being reported from some of the offshore oil rigs. Keep in mind, they kind of stand tall out of the water. So we're measuring those winds a little bit off the ground. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared, okay? Until you see us getting nervous or scared, don't get scared. We are used to this. We are trained for this. We are going to get you through this storm, make sure that you're safe, and give you all the information as we see it. There's nothing we're holding back, all right? We're going to tell you what we see. We're going to tell you what the forecast models are hinting at. We're going to tell you about any changes that could take place, because certainly there could be changes in the track here, and that's why we've been urging you for the past few days to prepare and get ready for this event. You still have some time to do it. Don't be doing anything frantic, but secure loose objects, stock up on supplies if you haven't. The weather will be fine by about lunchtime tomorrow. All right, so here we are. We're talking about less than 24 hours from now. We're out of this.
Yes.
All right, so that's important to note. All right, but it is now 230 miles to our southwest. It is moving northeast at 17 miles per hour. So if you just were going to close your eyes and do it on that basis, you're really talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 14 hours from here, maybe 15 or 16. So you get the idea. It's a middle of the night, very early morning storm that's going to be moving up, affecting our area. But we are going to be here to cover it for you. We've got team coverage. We've got reporters out in the field, and we pretty much have the whole thing. We've got Kara Shirley, for crying out loud. I mean, we've done it all. Kara Shirley's here, and we will staff up accordingly if we need to. So I just want you all to be okay, stay safe. That's my only concern is I'm going to dread tomorrow morning if I hear anybody's been hurt or worse. So we want you all to be safe. This is not a Katrina. No. We need to understand that, but this is a dangerous storm nonetheless, especially one that's coming right up toward us. And I'm grateful that it's only 90 mile per hour winds right now. If it reaches 96, it's got a few hours to do it, but if it reaches 96, it becomes a category 2. But right now, it's a high-end category 1 storm, and it's behaving and acting according to plan. Yes. So that's the most important takeaway that I could tell you right now. There's a lot of interesting comments that are coming through. I'm not going to read them all, but you're entertaining us. I can tell you that by what some of the folks are saying right there. Justin Walsh, West Side is the best side. That's right. Sorry, I almost started rapping there, but you got it. West Side is the best side when it comes to this storm. So I'm hoping that it nudges further east. We have a couple forecast models that have been keeping it further east. So I will tell you, I would be watching. I'm telling you this. I know you're the viewer and I'm the meteorologist, but I'm curious.
Yes,
okay,
me too.
to look at the data over the next few hours and
Mhm.
see how, or if it changes at all. And if it does change, what that might hold for us.
Yes.
So I just want you to know that. And, I see Amber Morgan just posted, what about Hazelhurst? Because she works at the Waffle House. Third shift is going to be there. We need to start working with the Waffle House a little closer.
Yeah.
Maybe share their employees or share us with them. We could cook
Yeah.
breakfast and do the weather forecast at the
Yeah.
same time. But yeah,
Sure,
that's the
by all
thing. If the Waffle House is staying open, okay,
Right.
that's the key thing. And I can tell you, Waffle House has saved me. We've had some severe weather events, middle of the night. I made one of the best friends that I have, no joke, from the Waffle House here in Mississippi, because I went home, I had no power. I said, well, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So I went to the Waffle House, sat there middle of the night, made a friend for life. I don't. It's enough of a commercial for Waffle House. Anyway, you get the idea.
Waffle House isn't closing, so we shouldn't
Waffle.
be
If the
worried.
Waffle House isn't closing, I'm not too worried about it right now. But
Yes.
I want y'all to stay safe, folks. Okay, we're going to be here providing you updates online and on TV. Okay, WLBT First Alert Weather. Meteorologist Ashley Civic. We've got Kara Shirley here, and I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts. We'll be with you. We'll give you more updates. We'll probably be here this evening too on Facebook as well to give you additional reports.
Yes.
Until then, Ashley's on at 4. I'm on at 5. We'll see you on WLBT for more updates.